Here. All right, good. All right, good. Welcome, everybody. My name is Fausto from Cybertrain University, and thanks for being here. It is 12 o'clock here in New York. I don't know where you are, but I see we have a lot of people from all over the world. Thanks for coming here. But today we're going to really change your view of trading. If this is your first time listening, welcome. If it's your second or third or fifth time, welcome back. But every class that we do once a week here is we're here to introduce you and educate you a little bit more why people are failing in today's market and how to fix those failures so you succeed, because trading is a really, really great job. You want to learn how to play the market, but you got to know how to identify these breakouts and these traps and everything else, and how to find the right stocks. And that's where it comes down to it. So we're going to talk for about 45 minutes, everyone. And I'm going to teach you guys a little bit of how trading works, how these things go up and down the way they do, and that's it. So, but before we get started, just a quick little disclaimer. I'm not going to make any guarantees or promises. Trading there's a very big risk into trading. So please don't go out there and trade that money you can't afford to lose. All right. So here's a couple of things that we're going to cover. All right. We're going to talk about how to follow the smart money, which is I like to call the big money, by using things like level 3 and level 4. Going to show you how we find these stocks that are moving in the market. We're going to also show you, we're going to go into the live market and we're going to see what's moving and why they're moving the way they are. I'm going to show you exactly how to find them. I'm going to show you how to follow the orders. And basically what you're going to see in the next 40 minutes is that you've been trading blind for a long time. But that's okay. We're going to fix that problem. And how do I know that? Because I was you 35 years ago. So let's just go right to the markets, have a little fun right now. Now, did anybody trade this morning? Anybody do any buying and selling? Oops, I X'd out of it. I got to bring up my level 2. Hold on. Where am I? There we go. Did anybody do any trades today? Laureen, you did? Okay. Anybody else? Okay, so there's a couple of stocks that are moving. And I want to share this with you. And this is our trading floor. All right, does everybody see it right here? So let me just stretch this out a little bit. Now, I'm going to invite all of you guys to come here. And it's the middle of the day. It's kind of slow right now, but that's why we do the events at this time of the day. But if you look right here and follow along, as of right now, there's close to 200 people in the room. These are all our instructors, and these are all our traders around the world. And, this is our message board. They're sitting there chatting away with their buying and selling. We got an alert service, and right here is what they're looking at. So all of you guys are going to have access to it. Now, we do live audio commentary here. Just we don't do it in the middle of the day. But the reason why I'm bringing you here is because I want to show you this. What are they looking at? What are they buying? What are they selling? What exactly is this room all about? And what makes your trading room different than anyone else? Well, first of all, I started one of the first trading rooms in the industry 35 years ago. Actually, I think I did start the first trading room in the industry. But we find what we're doing in the room is we're trading stocks like this one right here, ABEV. I don't know if you guys saw it, but stock started around 940 and it ran from like 40 cents. Even if you chased that at $1, it ran away to $2. How did we find that stock? Right here in the big percentage gainers. Here's another one that was moving up pretty nicely. QTTB, right around 1030, started about $1.80, ran to 280. Do you realize how much money that is? That's $1. $1 on 1,000 shares is $1,000. That's $250,000 salary right there. But if you feel you want to trade a brand name stock, you could trade NVIDIA at 162. You could trade Tesla at 304, and it is up $8. But even if you bought 100 shares of it, how much did you really have to invest? $30,000? Okay. If you bought 100 shares, 1,000 shares of ABVE, which is $1,000, you could have made yourself $1,000. See, it's all about risk to reward. It's all about going out there and trading and knowing where to get in and where to get out. All right. Sharon, you're still in the ABEV? Okay, good, good. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, Sharon. All right. We're gonna see where the resistance levels are and the support levels are. But anyway, let me go back to the PowerPoint and and just kind of just clarify something. It's not about the winners. Okay. I'm not here to put feathers in my cap. I'm not here to tell you how great I am. That's not really what we're really concerned about. The reason why you're really here is because you want to learn how to control the losers. It's the losers that put you out of business. Your winners are, take care of themselves. But those losers, nobody likes to take a loss. So let me tell you a little bit about how I learned from my losses. I started trading when I was 22 years old. I am 53 today. And I blew up 2 accounts because of ignorance. Because I didn't want to go out there and work for someone. Like, why should I go out there and work for someone? I could just do it myself. Well, trading by yourself doesn't work. Okay. Learning from someone, okay, is the way to do it. Anyone here open a business? I want to be a plumber today. I want to open up a plumbing business. I heard those plumbers make a lot of money. Yeah. Talk to a plumber and let him hear what he tells you. Oh, really? Okay. Go out there. Let me know how that works out for you. Oh, I want to be in the car business. I want to be the next Leon Musk. I want to be a Tesla. If he could do it, why can't I? Okay, great. Go knock yourself out. Let me know how that works out for you. You know what I mean? So the thing is, if you want to be good at something, first of all, you got to know if you like it. And when you're going to learn, you're going to like it. You got to learn from someone that does it, that's very good at it. And apparently we are very good at it. But when I got started, the only way I learned is I had to learn from people that are really good at it. And I live here in New York. I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. And let me tell you, I knew exactly why everyone failed. Is because they were not following the money. Everyone likes to follow what's going on in the past. No one wants focus on the future. So when I got started, let me tell you, I learned not from the winners. I was taught from those losers. And losing is not a bad thing that I was always taught. Losing actually is a good thing because you're going to lose in trading. You just got to know how to control it. And you got to know when to say, hey, I'm wrong. I got to know to move on. So that's what you're going to get when you come to Cybertrain University. You're going to get 35 years of experience. We are the oldest running school. We're probably not the oldest. We're probably there's thousands of people in our industry, but I would say we were the top 5 in the industry when we first got started. But I've been featured on every TV station. I do a lot of work with NASDAQ. These brokerage firms want you to understand how to trade because you know what you're doing, you're going to be very successful at trading. But let me tell you something. This is not about me, okay? This is about you. I'm not here to brag about the fancy trips and the nice cars and all that stuff and the good food. That doesn't make you money, right? And you don't really care about it. You're just here just to get by. Some of you are looking to retire. Some of you are maybe in between jobs. Maybe some of you, just want to get a new career. Well, trading is a great job, but you got to know how to play the game. All right. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you exactly what you're doing wrong. And if you want to do this right, you're going to join my trading room. And let me tell you what people are doing wrong. They keep looking in the back. They're not looking forward. Forward is following the big money, following the smart money. That's how you become a very good trader. It's called the right of the chart, not the left of the chart. Now, the tools that we use that I teach my traders, that I'm going to teach you all, okay, in the next 10 minutes, is that you need 3 main tools to be very successful in trading: a scanner, a chart, and level 3 quotes. Now, I'm going to ask everybody this question. Could everyone here just tell me, do you have only one of those? Do you have 2 of those? Or do you have all 3? So just put a number in the chat and just let me know. Scott, you got all 2. Okay. Laura, you got none. Two, two, two. Sharon, you got three, two, two, two. Lot of twos. Wow. Lot of twos. Not a lot of threes. All right. And by the way, everyone should answer this question. Don't be shy. I mean, there's almost 100 people in this room. Don't be scared. No one's going to make fun of you. You know what I mean? You got to be honest with yourself if you want to be successful. All right, so let me tell you exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how we're going to scan the market. I'm going to show you how we're going to find these stocks. I'm going to show you how we trade them. Finding them is not that difficult. We personally like to focus on the big percentage gainers and losers. If a stock is not moving, we're not making any money, right? Think about it. Oh, I owned the stock for a year and it's still in the same place. What the hell are you doing in it? I didn't know about this till the stock was moving. Well, did you look at the big scanner? Everyone has a scanner on their brokerage firm. They all give it to you, okay? If you can't find one, you can find them on Google. They're free, okay? So when you're finding those 60% movers or the 300% movers that I showed you, they're all there. But finding them is not the difficult part, okay? What we're going to teach you at Cybertrade University is we're going to show you can't trade them all because some of them are a little bit more volatile than others. You got to know the spreads. You got to know if there's orders out there. All these little things that you need to understand when it comes to trading, okay? But we're going to cover that when you join the trading room. Just right now, just to clarify it, how do we find these big winners? They're right there, right smack in front of you. Now, the way things go up and go down, and what a lot of people get, is something called level 2 quotes. A lot of brokerage firms offer it to you. If you don't know how to read level 2 quotes, I'm going to tell you exactly how to read it. Okay, so what you're seeing here is the buyers, which is the bid, and the sellers, which is the ask. You're seeing the exchange, which is the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ Exchange, and you're seeing the orders, how many orders are out there that make up that price. So basically what you're seeing here is just orders, okay, which is pretty big news. The problem with this thing, it's been outdated since the 90s. All right. First of all, it's free, and that's all it's worth. That's why they give it to you for free. Okay. But you know, and I know there's something else that leads to something better than this. And the technology I'm about to tell you has been around for over 50 years. Okay. Which is called level 3 quotes. So let's go check that out. What is level 3 quotes? It's called NASDAQ Total View. Now, when you look at level 2, you're just seeing the best buyer and the best seller out there. But did you know you could see every buyer at every single price and every seller at every price? In other words, here's Google. Here's your buyers. Here's the buyer wants to pay the most, and here's the buyer wants to pay the least. Here are the sellers out there. These are the sellers that want to sell for the least amount of money. These are the sellers that want to sell for more money. So what you're seeing is a big chat room. All the orders out there around the world that want to buy Google. Okay. Now, how valuable is this? Does anybody own a house? Wouldn't it be nice if you were able to see everyone that was bidding for the house? Wouldn't it be nice to see all the sellers, what they really wanted to sell it for? I mean, you don't want to pay more for a house than you had to. And you don't want to, not offer a decent number. Otherwise, you don't want to waste your time. The guy's asking this much money and you're out here. Like, well, we're way far apart. So why am I getting an engineer? Why am I even going to look in this house? I'm not buying it. But you can't. But in stock market, you can. That's the power of it. It's the power of following the orders. Now, how do we use this technology? Well, I'm going to show you. You like my analogy? Thank you very much. Well, you know what? I like to use analogies because sometimes some people don't realize what you're really looking at. Listen, you're all here because you trade in the stock market, right? Well, to trade the market, you just got to know how to play the game. The game is, where's everyone else at? Where's all the buyers and sellers are at? So here we're looking at a stock like HIMS, for example. And you notice how HIMS went from a price of 52 all the way down to a price of 48 and then went right back up to 51. Why did it stop all the way down here? Well, what makes a support levels are buyers. The buyers are over here. And when you work your way down, I know it's kind of difficult to see, but that buyer is this buyer right here. And there's 47,000 shares of it that want to buy it at 48.70. Now, is that a lot of shares? Well, when most people look at to buy only 100, 300,000, yeah, 5 digits, almost 100,000, I would say that's a pretty significant buyer because that's what makes it go up. Now, vice versa. Sellers. How does the stock go from 18 to 1970, all the way back down to 15? Why did it stop at this 1970? Only one reason why. Sellers. Sellers are what made that resistance. Sellers are what drive it down. And when you look at the sellers, you have 125,000 share sellers sitting there at 1970. Now, like I said earlier, does that sound like a lot? I don't know. You got 3,000, 1,500, 125,000. Yeah, I would think that's a lot. It's a hell of a lot more than you would actually trade. All right. So why go out there and question it? You're talking almost $2 million worth of stock at that one single price. That is the only reason why the stock went down. Okay. And if you're not following them, then you're trading blind. Let's look at another example. Does Thinkorswim have level 3 data somewhere? Actually, Gary, it does. It's got something even better. It's called level 4. All right, Gary. And I'm going to cover it in a little bit, but if you do want to know more about it, here's my email. Just send me an email, Gary, and I'll send it to you. Okay. All right, let's go over a couple of more examples. SBET. Let's have a little fun here. The stock continues to crash after the market opens up. Right? Stock was in a pre-market. It went from 19, now it's down 15.50. Now, we're going to have a little fun here. I'm going to ask everyone questions. What is going to make the stock stop going lower? What is it? What is it going to take? Scott, you're right. Sammy, you're right. Bill, you're right. Joe, you're right. Wow, everyone's got this answer right. That's so crazy. You're all saying the same thing, buyers, right? Okay, well, do you see buyers on this chart? No, I just see what's happening in the past. There's only on the left side. I want to see the right side. Okay. Well, let's go find support. The support is the 72,000 share buyer at 1532. That's the support. And when it came down to that price after 2 hours, that's why it decided to go up. Because that buyer was sitting there willing to buy it. And that's what drove the stock higher. Remember, buyers make demand, sellers make resistance. Let's look at Coinbase. Coin had a big run, right? Ran from 354 all the way to 368. And now all of a sudden you're like, all right, I want to take my profit, right? I want out because it's going down. And you're like, oh, look, it's down to 646, 364. Wow, that was a great trade. I'm a genius. I just made myself more than 10 points on that trade. Okay. Really? Did you really sell it at a good price? Because when I looked over here on level 4, I noticed there's a 100,000 share buyer out there bidding it up at 362. Okay. So did you really get it at a good price? Hey, you still made money, so God bless you. But it wasn't done there. It actually ran to 374. So you just gave up an extra 10 points. Ever make that mistake? You know what? Ever feel sometimes somebody's watching you? I got news for you. Nobody's watching you. You're just not watching them. How many times have you sold a stock and you sold it too cheap? You're like, damn it, could have made so much more money on it. Why did I sell it? Joe says it happens to him all the time. Joe, don't feel bad. I'm glad you're very honest, Joe. It happens to it. It happens to the best of us. We all do it. But you know, you got to learn from it, Joe. And that's what's going to happen when you come into the trading floor. All right. You're going to make those mistakes. You just got to know that you don't do it again. That is how you become a very good trader. Let's go find some resistance levels on a stock. CCL, big morning breakout. Stock takes off, right? Like, damn it, you know what? Is it too late to buy it? Well, first thing people do is they'll look at resistance levels. My resistance is, where's the sellers? Well, I see a big seller at 28.75 for about 140,000 because everyone else is not a lot. So when you think about it, 98% of everything that's out there is worthless. It's all about those 5-6 digit numbers. Guess what? Market opens up. Thought you're going to miss it. Goes from 28, 28.70. Saw the order out there. And now we're back to 27.90, right back where we started. So here you convert a winner to a loser, or you convert a winner to a flat in this case. How do you prevent that? Well, did you see the sellers getting out also? Because you're not trading 140,000 shares. Let's do one more. Let's do Boeing. Boeing had a really good afternoon runner. Big run up. 124. I mean, 224 all the way to 229. Like, oh, this thing is going. The thing is this. There's always somebody looking to take a profit. Where's the profit on Boeing? Look over here on the sell column. See all the sellers. See a 5-digit number here hovering right around 230 for about 47,000. Look at all the orders out there. They're all 3-digit numbers: 200, 300, 100, 500, 200, 100, 100, 47,000. Remember, stock's going up. We want to know where to get out. Where we get out? Right there where that big seller is. Guess what? Didn't get out. Didn't have a game plan. Boom. Now you're back down to 226. And like you said earlier, how many of you here has that happened to? Probably all the time. This, fellow traders, is what we call iceberg orders. Big block orders. If you're not, and we all know what happened to the Titanic. Didn't work out too well. Because it's not what's on top of the water, what you're looking at, which is the level 1 version. It's what's below that. Now, let's go look at some real iceberg orders, because what I want to show you right now is something called level 4. If you thought that was pretty cool, wait till you see this. Now, does anyone here have any stocks you want to look at? Anything? Fausto, could you please check out Sizzle? S-E-L-V? No. It was S-E-L-Z, right? Z-L. All right, so this stock is not really a good stock. Volume is kind of light. I'm not going to see any good iceberg orders out it. So, I mean, good run, but not really a good stock. Tesla is a good one. Lorene, that's a good one. Because Tesla traded about 51 million shares. You got good volume. That means you'll have good orders out there. All right, so let me show you level 4 on this. So here's Tesla. All right, so Tesla, I'm going to zoom out here. And what you're looking at right here is, here's level 4, level 3. These are all the orders. And this is what's called a heat map. So here's 9:30. Market opened up. Stock goes all the way up. Hits this red line right there, which is an order around 70,000. And then you can see how the stock is going down. And look at all these orders that are here. Look at all these orders that are laddering down. So when you're wondering, how did we end up going from 380 down to 305? Well, do you see all these orders out there? And for crap, there's a bigger one up here at 310 for about 129,000. Now the question is, where's the next biggest buyers? Well, you had some buyers showed up around here around 11:30. He's the one that's kind of holding it up for 37,000. But if it gets through that guy, it's definitely going to 300. It's another $3 lower. I mean, did I lose anybody yet? Anyone get lost looking at numbers? It's all numbers. One of you guys said you could check in the video. Okay, because let's look at NVIDIA right here. There's a brand name. We'll have it up here already. So NVIDIA is another good one. Big order out of 170, a really, really big order, 165. Look what happened this morning. Stock hit 165 and just kept going down. Now we're at 163. By the way, this applies towards swing trading also, because yesterday, if you look at NVIDIA, clear this out. You could see here that NVIDIA had a tough time breaking. Here's 165. Look how that stock had a really nice run right at the open. Went all the way up. Stopped right there at 164.50, which is like 50 cents away. And they came right back down. Went right back up. Got almost to 165. Went to 164.80 and came right back down. So not only does it apply towards swing trading, it does apply towards day trading, applies to swing trading and investing. All right. All right. A couple of you also got a couple of stocks out here. Let's look at it. And by the way, if I don't get to you, we're going to, like I said, I'm going to invite all of you to come to my trading floor. Everyone's going to be invited. All right. So you're going to see this all day. All right, we got a couple other ones out there. Let me bring up some other stocks you guys got. AVGO, it's expensive. Volume's a little light on that one. Let me see if there's any orders out there. I used to look at the stock a while ago. AVGO, let me look at it right here. AVGO, let's look at some orders. Oh, we got a couple of orders out here. So you could see, let me go back a little further in history, go about 3 hours. All right, so you got about 100,000 shares seller around 300, 50,000 at 285 and 280. So that's where I'm seeing the orders. Not really seeing any buyers out there, but I could see the stock is having some big, big issues breaking that, that resistance levels right there. And when I look at you see it right there? You see the big orders out there? See the stack of orders? These guys have been out there since 9:30 this morning. That's called program trading right there. All right. You got a little bit of a buyer right here that's holding it up right here at 270. Now, let me look at the chart right here. And I mean, AVGO has been doing great, Broadcom, but you won't see the 300 share seller out here, but he's out there. He's there. He's there. So that's where that comes in. Anything between between probably like 5 million, 10 million, middle of the day, that's pretty much average. That's pretty good. Let me pick up on one more. Let me see. Let me look at a couple of them. You got DNN. Nah, DNN's not a good stock. MP. MP looks pretty good. Got good volume. Let's look up MP for you. See where the orders are. I can see the stock had big resistance levels here at 50, and it had some resistance here at 45. So let's confirm that. So when I go here, it's not that big of a share, but yeah, you got about 28,000 shares seller at 50-cent line. He's been out there all morning. You can see it right there. He showed up right there. There's 9 o'clock. And now it's pushing it down right there. So that's how I went from 50 down to 43. See, there's a lot more sellers than buyers. That's what's driving it. All right. So there we go. All right. So do you use any time frame on Bookmap? Well, listen, we're running out of time right now. We only got about 5 more minutes, but NAB, I expect you to register and could join the trading floor. But I'm going to talk about that, and then I'll try to see if I have a little bit more questions. But basically what I just showed you is level 3, but on a heat map. And for some of you here that have Thinkorswim, you can get it on it. Just send me an email, and I did a video where we could teach you how to make sure you set the defaults right on it. All right, just send to fausto@c2corp.com. All right. So now listen, we're live every morning. Some of you watch me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We broadcast everything. We teach you what's moving. We show you what's going on. We're the few people out there that practice what we preach. But also, what we're very proud of, Cybertrade University has been endorsed and sponsored by more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. And by the way, if anyone here does take education, definitely make sure they are being endorsed and being sponsored. We're also got a 5-star rating on Google. We're like the only school in the industry that probably has the highest rating than anyone in the industry. And also, ChatGPT did rank us #1 school in the industry. So if you're a big fan of AI and ChatGPT, there you go. Now, my goal is this. I'm not here to tell you what to buy and sell. First, I can't do that. It's illegal. I'm here to recruit traders that want to learn how to trade, that we could trade together. So my goal today is I want to invite all of you to come to my trading floor. All right. And you're going to have access for a whole week. And this is all you need to do. All you need to do is take your phone, scan that QR code, or click on the link that we got that's posting up right now in the chat room. And it's only going to cost you $9. Now, I look at that. I'm like, people ask me, why does that sound so cheap? There's got to be a catch. The catch is this. I don't know who you are, and I don't want no free people in my room, okay? Nothing is free in this world. If you can't afford $9, you can't afford to trade. So I was here to talk for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, just to show you what level 3 is, level 4 is. Some of you didn't even know this technology existed. It's been around for about 50 years. Imagine how much that would have saved you in losses if you knew where those big high-frequency trades, algorithms, market makers, Goldman Sachs, all these, BlackRock, all these big brokerage firms, just knowing where they are. Now you can. And it all is going to start off by you making a very small investment of $9. Now, this is what you're going to get for $9, okay? You're going to get live commentary. You're going to get access to the trading floor. You're going to get our trading classes, everything for 1 full week. You're going to get to meet traders just like you. You're going to see how they think for themselves. They're going to make call outs, how we trade with them. Because remember, it's not about me. It's about you. If you can't figure it out, then trading is not for you. But if they can figure it out, then you can. So you're going to get everything that we offer at Cybertrade University. And it's all for $9. Now you're going to get my book. I'm going to show you how to get NASDAQ Book Viewer. I'm going to give you videos on it. You're going to get everything. And you're also going to talk to our staff. All these great things. And then guess what? If you're not satisfied, I'll give you your $9 back. Listen, I don't need your $9. Okay? The $9 is just here to let me know you're real or not. That's it. All right. And the question came across, what happens after a week? Nothing. It's up to you. We're not going to bill you. We're not going to lock you into some subscription. We don't do that. Okay. We don't do any of that stuff with you. Joe says I paid for a trial a week. I bought a trial a week ago, years ago, but I never got around to it because it was dealing with taking care of a sick relative. I get it. You know what, Joe? Everybody in the trading room was between the age of 50 and 90. All right. We all got issues. I just had surgery on my neck yesterday. And I had to travel to Chicago. I get it. I know what it is. That's fine. We're just happy to have you back. All right. Just email support Joe and they'll be able to take care of that for you. All right. But I'm glad that you're just here. And by the way, Joe, it's never too late to learn. All right. Now, listen, this is what I'm going to do as a bonus. All right. If you register right now, I will personally give you a free coaching class. Now, I don't know if anybody here has ever spoken to any of them mentors before. People are like, wait a minute, for $9, I could talk to you? Yes. I'll tell you why. I need to interview you. Okay. And, you're going to have some questions, and the only person who's going to be able to answer them is me. All right. If you're really serious at trading, you got to talk to the owner, right? If the owner can't speak to you, then that's not the right school for you. Okay. I know people that pay thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, and they never even spoken to somebody, just watch videos all day. That's not how you're going to make money. Okay. If you go on a job interview, who's going to interview? Management, the owner. They want to make sure that you're going to be good for his team. If you're not good for the team, then you're not, you know what? Let us be honest with you. So you're going to get all these great things. Now, let's talk about a couple of questions that people ask me. What do you get for $9 today? First of all, how much money do I need to get started? People always ask. And that's a great question. $9 for now. Don't worry about brokerage accounts. Don't worry about anything else. Let's focus on seeing if this is for you or not before you make a big investment and start a new career. Second, do I need a brokerage account to get started, even if you have one? Listen, we don't want you to buy anything. We just want you to watch the traders and see how we taught them how to think for themselves. Next thing people ask me, where do I get level 3 and level 4? Do I need it for the classes? Listen, when you register, we're going to give you some videos to watch. We're going to show you exactly where to get them. I could tell you where to get them right now, but all I'm doing is putting more harm than good. That's like giving keys, a 17-year-old, keys to drive a car. Meanwhile, he never stepped in a car before. All right. Another question people ask, do you trade options? Yes, we do. And by the way, if you want to be a good options trader, you damn well better learn how to be a good stock trader first, because the movement of stock that makes an option trade. And yes, we do cryptocurrency also. We don't do futures, but you can use this technology towards futures. Someone asked. Absolutely. Big iceberg order in American Airlines. Is that what you said? AAL? Let me bring it up. Let me show you a couple of iceberg orders. Yeah, that's a pretty big iceberg order. Let me share that with you guys. Absolutely. So, fellow trader just came in and said, bring up American Airlines. So you could see right here, American Airlines is trading right around there, right? Everybody see that number? So if you look right here, there's about a million share buyer right around 1280. See what happened? The stock went from 1340, came all the way down, then this buyer showed up. You see it right there when it hit 1280. It went right back up to 13 in a matter of 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I don't know about you, but 30 cents on 1,000 shares, $300. What is that? $100,000 a year salary? Anybody have an issue with that? I think you got your $9 worth. Okay. All right. All right. A couple of shout outs right here. A few of you just registered. I want to just thank some of you here. Ann, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. John, I got your registration. Rick, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Who else we got a registration? Albert, welcome aboard. Look forward to it. Wow, $9, $9 stinking dollars. We got 100 people here registered, and half of you still thinking about it. $9 just to see exactly what it's like to trade side by side by a 12-time champion. This is like being with Mike Tyson, teach you how to teach boxing. Okay, $9. If you're serious about trading, what's the worst thing that could happen to you? You learn something, you find out trading's not for you. Think about it. What is causing people losing money? Losses. They don't know how to control a loss. Don't worry about this winner like we just showed you. American Airlines, big support. Think about the losers. Expect Big Mike will be probably chew your ear off too. Yeah. He might, Joe, but we can control that. But any other questions, fellow traders? I have to go. I want to get back to my trading floor, and we got some positions that we're looking at. Looks like we're having a pretty exciting day. So any other questions, fellow traders? So anyway, very important. When you register, we're going to ask you 5 very important questions. Tell us a little about yourself. We're going to ask, like, who's your brokerage firm? So we know what kind of trading style you're doing. What kind of trading you're doing. Just very simple questions. It's like a doctor asking you, do you have a fever or not? Like dumb questions like that. And then what's going to happen also is you're all going to make an appointment. Every one of you are going to be able to talk to an education advisor. We're going to walk you through and make you sure that you know exactly what you see. We're just not going to give you, just here's access to our portal page. Go figure out your own. We're very big when it comes to customer service. Okay. That's one of our most, biggest PowerPoints that people love what we do. You have our phone number. You can call us. We're here for you. Because you know what is? If you're serious about trading, we want to make sure that you're getting the best value to let you know why we've been ranked #1 school in the industry by every brokerage firm and by ChatGPT and have a 5-star rating in Google. Because listen, if you want to do this, you got to do it right. That's where it comes down to it. All right. Yes. One person was asking us, what do we charge after the week, the trial period? 0. We don't charge you any money. Nothing. You're not locking yourself into a subscription. Do not worry about that. I don't need your subscription money. I'm looking for people that want to make high 5, 6 figures. Okay. If you're that person, then here's your chance. Okay. Any other questions, fellow traders? Just got Karen, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Trang, thank you very much. Look forward to teaching you. All right. Anyone else? All right. All right, traders. So there it is. All this great stuff for $9, and you get a live coaching class with me. I prefer to talk to you probably mid next week. I want you to see you in the trading room for at least 1 or 2 days, so you get a feel, so you know what's going on. And once again, if you don't want to talk to me, it's fine. You don't have to. But I think if you were looking to take this seriously, you're going to probably do that. All right. All right, traders. Thanks for listening. Appreciate the vote of confidence. See you on the trading floor. And remember, everyone, if you did not sign up, I'm just going to leave you off with this one thing. You have to learn before you can earn. If you're not going to learn from me, you better learn from someone else. It's going to take you a few people to learn from, but don't go out there and think you're going to save $9 by going out there and do it on your own. It is a 90% failure rate. You're almost guaranteed to lose money. I hate to say that, but I'm just being very honest with you. Okay. You want to go out there and drink and drive, and you want to go get bombed, do it. Go knock yourself out. Okay. You might get lucky, but you know what? It'd be the worst experience you've ever gone through. And you've probably been there. You get involved in one of these stocks that get crushed, it'll destroy you. That $9 will save you thousands, if not tens of thousands. So sign up. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. I'll see you on the trading floor. And if that, and don't forget to sign up for our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.